Yo, what's good, everybody? RCR Presents, MSD Sports. We here, episode 2. My name is Sam, also known as Wobby King. We got our host, Mikey, and we got Camden over here. Let's get it, let's get
Yes,
it!
sir.
Baby,
Yes,
let's get
sir.
it. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. What's goody, guys? Week number two. Let's get it.
Listen, it is week 2. I'm saying happy Thanksgiving. I'm
Yes,
really, I'm saying,
sir.
grateful for my food. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Everybody
sir.
got
Look at that leftovers from yesterday. Okay.
leftovers, baby. You know what I'm saying? Watch a little bit of the game as well. But I'm having a great time, man. I'm really happy we're back for episode 2.
Yes, sir.
I'm really excited. I'm with Michael John. I'm with my man, Sam King, YBK. Let's get this money, baby. You know
Yes,
what it
sir.
is.
Yes, sir. Mikey, how are you? How are you?
Happy Thanksgiving, boys.
Sir.
Back for episode 2, and we got a plate full of stuff to talk about.
We have a
Whole
lot to
plate.
talk
Whole
about.
plate.
Yes, sir. David, want to start us out with some football news? Let's get it.
Listen, we had a big day yesterday. Listen, I know y'all still eating your Thanksgiving leftovers, but we had a big day. I'm gonna start with the first game or the latest game, and then I'm gonna work my way back because we
Okay.
had some big news
I like that.
happening in the league today. Um, the Green Bay Packers took on the Miami Dolphins in the snow, in the cold. To be honest, it really wasn't much. They were, Jordan Love was wheeling and dealing, looking like somebody who's just unbelievable out there. The score was 30-17. Tua, he in the cold, you know what I mean. He had 365
Oh,
yards, 2
wow.
touchdowns.
Wow, pretty
Jordan Love
good.
threw for 275, but it was nothing. He threw his little 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs ran for 19 carries, 43 yards, and Raheem Mustard had, a mere 5 carries for 19. But really, at the end of the day, the Packers were just too much prepared, two at home, to everything. It looked like Tyreek Hill was in the frozen tundra, shaking his bones off out there. But it was pretty much an easy win. I knew that the Green Bay Packers were going to win. We all kind of knew that. And actually, in earlier news too, the Bears took on the Detroit Lions. And this is what I really want to talk about. We had another game.
Okay.
We had another game, man.
Okay.
We'll talk about that too.
Yep.
Talk about my Cowboys. But we got to talk about this Bears Detroit Lions game. The Bears, the Bears, the Chicago Bears lost to the Detroit Lions 23-20.
Close.
Detroit Lions are 11-1. Okay, the Bears are 4-8. What is happening? They were 4-7 before, and it was only 10-1. So we was wondering what was happening. Detroit, like I said, I was talking to you guys last week. They've been playing too many games. They've been playing too many drives. It was getting close. And if it wasn't for a botched, I don't know what that head coach was thinking. It was 8 seconds to go. They were probably, I think it was the 40 or something like that. They decided to run a play with 6 seconds left to go. Ran out of time. Still had a freaking timeout. Still had a timeout, and that was just a terrible decision on the coach's part. He got fired this morning, if you guys didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
the day after Thanksgiving. Boy had Thanksgiving dinner with his family. Woke up, his key card didn't even work the next day. That's what happens when you overindulge. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was doing something.
Bye.
But really, what we all came to talk about our Thursday night or Thursday afternoon, wherever we were at, the Cowboys. The Cowboys played the New York Giants with Drew Lock as the quarterback, and when it's Drew Lock against anybody, that anybody's gonna win. I could have played quarterback for the Cowboys today, and I would have been fine. But yeah, Drew Lock just couldn't get it done. The Cowboys were just too much for New York. At the end of the day, Drew Lock threw for 178 yards. You can't win doing that.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush threw for 195 and a touchdown. But really, the big star of the game, and Mikey, I want to talk to you about this. Rico Dog coming alive. He had his first 100 yards game this year. Ran for a touchdown. Had 22 carries. Is he going to be the running back for the future moving forward? Especially, which we hate to hear because we love this guy and we don't want anybody to get hurt. CeeDee Lamb went out in the second quarter, never came back for the rest of the game.
Oof.
So I don't know what's going to happen with the Cowboys. Could they win another game? Who freaking knows? I don't know. But that was Thursday night. I don't know what you guys were doing. I was eating, drinking, and having a great time. But talk to me. How you guys feel? What's up?
Sam's happy that for this upcoming matchup with his Eagles and Lions. They're playing soon.
Soon.
I think the story for sure of those games from the weekend is that the end sequence of the Bears Lions game. Like, I'm not sure if anyone will ever be able to like justify or understand what transpired. Almost like laughable though when you think about it. Bears started off the year very well, strong, like 4-2 start, looked pretty good. And Caleb Williams has had flashes of real talent. That second half was a really great second half. Like Detroit, fumbled the ball right before halftime, going into halftime, and Chicago kind of saved themselves to keep it a 16-0 game instead of 19-23, whatever. And to fight back actually I was a bit surprised. I thought Detroit was going to put the foot on the pedal. But you can't not call a timeout or not get a play off or not get a field goal attempt off at the end of the game to put yourself into overtime. I mean, I will say Caleb Williams took a bad sack on the previous play, but Eberflus froze. And like the head coach is the one person who needs to be decisive to make a decision in the moment. That's why you're the head coach, right? It's why you're the big boss.
Yep.
And it's why his duties have been relieved a day later. So I know it was not a great win. Detroit is a deserved 11-win team, but I mean, I feel like Sam, you're probably feeling good, like thinking of the chances of Eagles, Lions. Like that's marked on all of our calendars, I'm sure.
I mean, yes. I mean, for this week, the Eagles are versus the Ravens. So that's another watch, must see. Both the birdies coming off strong wins. Both from SoFi. Ravens versus the Chargers. They beat the Chargers, and the Eagles dismantled the Rams on Sunday. Me and David were there for that game. I mean, to see the Eagles in real life, for me, it was a great experience. But then, what a game, though. I know that was last week, but man, we got to talk about Saquon Barkley. Mr. Barkley, everybody. He went.
In this mug playboy, 300 total in this mug playboy.
Yes, he did. He went Eagles single season record 255 yards. Ninth best single game all time in the NFL. But 2 touchdowns. But he did walk off. I remember there was a play in the first half, David, in the game. I don't know what happened. He ran.
He's a little ginger,
yeah,
right?
He walked out for a little bit. In the second half, he came back though, and he came back with a freaking bang, 77-yard rush and touchdown. And I was like, all right, he's back. We're good. We're good. And I wasn't worried at all. But even what's his name, AJ Brown, going 6 receptions, 109 yards. I mean, he had to step up too because Devontae wasn't playing as well. But man, Saquon Barkley, Mikey, I think you were right about that Offensive Player of the Year from last week's episode. But damn, he looking like David. Talk to me. That was crazy. What was your perspective?
I mean, to be able to see that in person, I think it's one thing to play the game of Madden on the you know what I mean? And if that's what it felt like, that's what it felt like. I'm seeing this man take 2-3 steps, run 70 yards, untouched. Okay, I felt like I was playing on rookie mode in Madden 2024. I thought I gave two of them, so 150 yards. Man was untouched. So yeah, I mean those are Madden numbers. I'm just going to be honest with you. 300 yards of total scrimmage yards. That's just nuts. You're just playing your man into the ground. I'm just saying, and the fact that like we said, he did come off for a little bit. He was looking a little gingerly and came back so much stronger and better before. There was a clip that they showed, and we can't show it here because licensing purposes. But eventually, when we start getting popping, we'll let you know.
Yep.
And he talks about we got the record. We got the record. You know what I'm saying? I think that really kind of showed where Saquon's heart was at this year and where he's at since leaving with the Giants. He's like, listen, I'm with Philly. I'm with the boys. I'm with the Birds. They love me. I love them. Let's bring it home. So, it really was amazing to watch. And I was grateful to be in the same building as you. Yes. It was awesome.
It was awesome. It was awesome. I mean, the Eagles, last year they were 10-1 and they kind of crumbled. You know what I'm saying? But this year I think I talked about this last week too. The dynamic of this team is definitely way different. We're 9-2 now, going to Baltimore, but it's different though. That energy is definitely different than last year.
It's gonna be a big game in Baltimore.
It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, Baltimore is probably going to win. Watch, because Baltimore plays terrible against every bad team and plays great against every good team. So I but Saquon does have a little bit of competition still because if Derrick Henry is on par with him right now, so this is like a huge matchup because Derrick Henry could easily win Offensive Player of the Year. They're basically on par stat wise, but I think Henry might have like a little bit more touchdowns. But you got to see what's going to happen. Record standings, where your team ends up is a big part of it.
Yep.
And then the dark horse though is Jamar Chase is having a nasty year, absolutely
Oh
nasty
man.
year, but you got to win games, I feel like, to be considered for the major awards. Like, or like Bray have a 2,000 yard season as a running back, right?
They're both
So,
on pace for right now, currently, which is amazing. 200, 2,000 yards from scrimmage, or 2,000, I think, almost 2,000 rushing yards. They're
yeah,
almost,
Yeah.
and
with
and
that extra game, with that 17th game, it's
and Saquon's even on par to break the entire record of 2,500 yards from scrimmage. So you know,
That's
I mean, he might do something that
nuts.
we haven't seen since Chris Johnson. So I'm really excited. I mean, you got the king of the East, or the king of the NFC versus the
NFC.
king of the AFC in
Yep.
terms of running backs, and I think this weekend is really going to show um, who really wants it and whose team really is trying to put their running back on the map, because they're both coming off of different teams. They're both on redemption years, really trying to prove themselves. So I'm really excited. I know I'll be watching with my popcorn ready.
Yes, yes. That means if it's a must see, all right, guys, we're going predictions. We're going predictions right now. Eagles, Ravens. Who we got? Who we got?
I'm going Baltimore.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
they win big games for some reason, but they lose against bad teams or play bad against bad teams. So I'm gonna go Ravens. It's in
Yeah,
Baltimore. It's in Baltimore, right?
In
it is
Baltimore.
in Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ravens.
Score?
Um,
Should we do a score one too? Keep it
yeah,
little.
you got to score in
Yeah.
mind.
You got
You
a
got to
score in
score.
mind?
I'll say 27-24 Ravens.
Oh, a close one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely feeling more Baltimore. I mean, Saquon coming off of 255. It's a lot of yards on the body,
Hmm.
regardless of who you are. Um, I think King Henry, regardless of if he's getting 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, getting 22 carries, 18 carries, he's going to get his carries and going to get his 100 yards. Um, I just honestly, guys, I think the difference maker is going to be Lamar.
Hmm.
That's really what it boils down to. I think who in terms of the quarterbacks is going to be able to run more efficiently? Is it going to
True.
be Lamar or is it going to be Jalen? And I don't see Jalen running as much, especially during this season. He's been throwing the ball, and I'm very very grateful. But Baltimore secondary has been has been weak, but
Hmm.
they do play up. They, you know what I'm saying, Mikey will understand that they be playing down, but they do play up too. So I feel like they'll get themselves up for this game and give King Henry something to prove. You know what I'm saying? Something to live for.
Hmm. Score? Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, and a score. My score. Thinking 34-28.
24.
You know what I mean? I'm really thinking a nice
Okay.
high scoring game. That's what I'm thinking. 34-28. I think the defenses just don't show up.
Hmm.
People, you know what I'm
All
saying?
right, all right. I mean, we have Baltimore, Eagles, Ravens. I think we're going Eagles. We're gonna win 33-27. For me, it's like this. I look at the depth chart and I'm like, all right, quarterback. It's kind of similar. We're both a rushing. Jalen Hurts and Lamar Jackson are both a rushing and a throwing QB. So we cross them out each, and then they both have explosive running back, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. But when it comes to the receiving game, though, I mean Zay Flowers and Bateman, and then Deontay Johnson versus AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and I forgot our Dotman. Oh, what was his name?
Jahan Dotson.
Yes, Dotson's our wide receiver three. So I feel when it comes to the catching game, I feel like AJ Brown's going to be a big key piece of this game. But we'll see. I mean, it's going to be a great one though. Must see
Mm,
watch in the NFL for the
mm,
Sunday.
mm.
The last game too of the week that just got done is Kansas City and the Raiders just finished playing a little while ago. Another close one for Kansas City.
Damn, they've been
Huh?
getting
Nine,
Well,
nineteen
smoked.
to 17, barely by the skin of your teeth. But I feel like Kansas City, the more and more games that are going on, I'm reminded of the Patriots of like the 2000s, 2010s because they were so good for so
Mm,
long. I'm reminded of the rosters that maybe didn't have like star players or had big names but like past their prime, like how DeAndre Hopkins just landed in Kansas City, finding a way to get it done and finding a way to get a win. All right, like you're still winning, but I feel like they're looking real susceptible. They're looking really susceptible, but a dub is a dub. Isaiah Pacheco's back after
Pacheco
missing
is a big
all of
piece.
these weeks. RIP to both of my fantasy leagues that had Isaiah Pacheco. But he had 7 carries for 44. So, I mean, they got him a little bit involved, but they scored a lot. They scored a lot early and then didn't do much in the fourth. Like, couldn't really move the ball a lot in the fourth. Doesn't bode well for Kansas City, I feel like, moving forward. If they're going to have to play a team and score like Baltimore or Buffalo, you're going to have to put some numbers up.
I haven't
So.
seen a game where they're putting up 30, and whether it's the blocked snaps or the blocked field goals at the end or just missed opportunities from the other team. I get it. You know what I mean? It's like you said. You know what I mean? We got Tom Brady in the 2000s, 2010s. You got Jordan in the 90s, down by 6 in the fourth quarter, down 2 or 3, maybe even 10. You shut the game off. You know Jordan's going to win that game. It just is what it is. They got to be down by 30. So I think the thing with the Chiefs is I feel like they're finding their footing, and they looked way worse last year. Guys, we remember we were all talking about it. The Chiefs did not look good last year at all, and I think for some reason they're putting it together week to week, day to day, and yeah, man, I don't know. They got a rabbit's foot somewhere. I don't know where it's hidden. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to be a family-friendly program, so it's hidden somewhere where the sun don't shine. But they whip that bad boy up when it's ready, and it joint is kicking. So I tell you, I'm just sitting back and watching, waiting for my 3-peat, having a grand old time. That's just me.
3-peat.
Stat of the game is Brock Bowers popping off yet again. 10
Brock
catches,
Bowers.
140 yards, and a
What?
touchdown. He's been absolutely filthy. He's the Sam Laporta of this year.
Damn.
Laporta was the one last year who went crazy, rookie tight end going crazy, but Brock Bowers has been the absolute truth. So you got to put some respect on his name.
Listen, if you are a betting man, put that number. That boy gonna have about 65 yards. Man gonna have at least 15 targets. I'm just letting you know. For some reason, they throwing to that boy, and he catching it. So he came out of college, Georgia. He was looking great. You know what I'm saying? He did definitely look like a top 10 pick. Everybody was definitely on board with that. But I think the dominance in the league with these new guys coming out, you know what I mean? I don't know whether it's tight end, wide receiver. These kids can run routes, baby. They can run routes and they can catch balls. So you know what I mean? I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I put a little couple dollars on my boy Powers, so I was happy he was able to cash in for me. You know what I'm saying?
It was a good Thanksgiving.
Great Thanksgiving. Let them know. Let them know.
Yes. And we got Sunday coming up. A bunch of football games coming up. But I can't not wait for that Eagles game.
What's going on with the schedule coming up? We got some big name games. What's happening? I know we had 4 in the last 2 days.
Yes.
So what's happening?
We got the Titans and Commanders.
Okay.
Steelers, Bengals.
Okay.
Cardinals, Vikings.
Ooh.
That's cool. Rams, Saints. Buccaneers, Panthers.
Okay.
Eagles, Ravens. 49ers, Bills. Oh. And then on Monday we got Browns and the Broncos.
Okay. So it seems heavy divisional or intermingles in this week, you know, other than the big name AFC, NFCs, but it definitely looks like it's gonna shake up some commas up in here. You feel me? There could be some losses and some wins that could really shake up the conferences. One thing we talked about Philly a little bit earlier, and I would love to hear from both of you guys. How do you feel about Detroit really teetering for that #1 seed? You know what I mean? Philly's really been locked in the 2, but if Detroit loses a game or 2, and they're heading into the tough part of their schedule, you know what I mean? This weekend could really tell a big sign of what's to come.
I mean, you can't count out a few teams on this slate. The Vikings are still right there too, 9 wins, 2 losses.
Yep.
So they're right there as well. We just saw the Packers catch another W. So a lot of teams with a lot of wins. I really have my eye on the Chargers-Falcons game because Chargers can still get into the playoffs. Probably won't catch the Kansas City in the division, but they could still make playoffs. And the Broncos are vying for a playoff spot as well. And Falcons are sitting in first place in their division. So I like these sort of games, like where there's like you got the Cardinals and Vikings as well vying for divisional standing. So I think some of these games it could be more competitive than we might think.
NFC West is wide open. I mean, look at that division. Seahawks 6-5, Cardinals 6-5, Rams 5-6, 49ers 5-6. Wide open.
That division we thought was going to be a lot more prevalent
Mm-hmm.
earlier this year, and I think with injuries and just people getting smacked up in between each other, you know what I'm saying? It's tough. It's going to be hard to make it out. It's
Yeah.
gonna be hard to
The Niners have felt the injuries for sure because I think most people thought that they would win the division. I mean, they had a great year last year, amazing year, and went to the Super Bowl. And I felt like I was on board, like, yep, like who's going to really stop them? But they're in trouble. The Bills are going to beat them Sunday night, I think. And when you're 5-7 in like a division, I mean, they're going to have to win the rest of their division games because that division is super close right now. So I think the Niners are in trouble. I don't know if they're gonna. If I had to bet, say, are the Niners gonna make the playoffs or not? I'm gonna say no right now at this point. So this would be fun. This is a big slate of games, so this is a really fun one.
Big facts.
So it's gonna be a big weekend. It's gonna be a big weekend. It's gonna tell a lot of tales. A lot of tales. We'll be talking about these the next 2 weeks. People lost and said, You
We're
missed
getting
it.
close to the playoff picture, guys. We are getting very close. The
close.
Chiefs are the only team that clinched, so little by little.
Listen, I'm telling you. Listen, when my 3-peat comes, put the tree on them. Put the tree on them. Just want to let you know.
Yes,
Want to let
sir.
you know. Speaking of trees, at number 3,
Hmm.
have you seen your boy Sam? Have you seen my boy? Le triple double, le triple LeBron James. Have you been watching my man? Have you been watching the game? Cause le triple, going crazy. I just want to know. I just want to know if you watch it. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me.
I mean, damn. NBA Cup has been going full force right now, and big news though. I mean, LeBron is GOAT, LeBron. But right now, the big news in the NBA is the Cavaliers have been eliminated in the NBA Cup. Yep. Cavs have been eliminated, so it's gonna be. They're a great team, but in the Cup right now, they out. They are out.
What?
Just
Yeah, they
official today.
dropping 2 to Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks have beaten the
Exactly.
Celtics and the Cavaliers twice now, so the Hawks are officially first place in the East.
Yep,
I think that's how the rules work.
I think so too. In that
Damn.
cup, in that standing, yep, is very true.
Not surprised. I feel like this is like an incentive for teams that are kind of trash to actually play hard and like get some sort of recognition and something to motivate you to be competitive. So
Definitely.
I do think that the Celtics are still all good to come out of this group. I think Hawks are gonna can make a run for it, but they don't strike me as as being able to win when you know that it's a knockout round.
Yeah. Yeah.
For
very
some
true.
reason, with Atlanta, I think Trae Young, I think we're talking about with Baltimore, he plays up. When he plays against a team that is decent, he's gonna do his thing. But then there's still some just boneheaded mistakes that he makes in real game time crucial situations that I don't know if it's just playoff experience. I don't know if it's lack of playoff experience. But at the end of the day, it's he doesn't come down in the clutch. So we'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see. I mean,
Definitely.
LeBron's playing tonight against the Thunder. I love my man Shea. And I love LeBron.
Too bad
So
Chet's out for a little bit. That would have been a very cool matchup to see with AD and Chet. A great young
That is
team
too
versus
bad.
a good veteran team. But damn.
what's going on? What's going on with Chet? Talk to me. You think he's gonna be out for a couple of days? He out for weeks?
No, he's been out for like 2-3 weeks right now. Let me give it he's in my fantasy team, so this
Mm.
guy, it was a big blow. He's been out. He's suffering a right iliac hip fracture from
Ooh.
18 days ago, and he's gonna be out for 8 to 10 weeks, so
Ooh,
for almost like half.
ooh.
For
See
Chet.
you at All-Star game. I'll see you then.
Yeah,
Hey,
basically,
yeah.
like it's a big hurt for the Thunder, but damn,
That's tough.
yeah.
That's a tough loss. They can still win. They're still a good enough team to win. I'll give the Lakers though. I think they know how it feels to win the cup. So you know that they're gonna try to get any sort of like recognition, especially LeBron James too. Go ahead, give him a second NBA cup. Might as well, right?
Yeah, boy, give it to him.
Last year's defending final or return finalists from the Eastern groups, the Indiana Pacers are 0-2 in group play right now.
Mm.
So they are in trouble. Doesn't look like they'll be a repeat representee from the East here.
They came out of nowhere last year. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were drinking the Pacers Kool-Aid, and I'm not saying it's not. And I love Halliburton. He's great. You know what I'm saying? He be getting the shorties. Do your thing, pimping. Do your thing. But at the end of the day, I think they came and went, and I feel like again this year they're gonna come and go. That's just me. So, hey.
I mean,
But it makes
Halliburton dominating in whatever, what I'm saying, whatever he does in terms of point guard. So we'll
listen,
see,
on,
definitely.
on and off the court, the man's getting dimes. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works. On and off the court. So you know what I'm saying? We're hoping to be like him one day.
But you know what we forgot about the Lakers, though? We forgot about our boy Dalton Connect. This guy has been going crazy. He's playing as a starter. When Rui was out, he was going like not even like a rookie. This guy playing like he's shooting threes like it's nothing. This guy's crazy, Mr. Dalton Connect. Great
Listen,
pick.
I really think that JJ head coaching pick is really doing some dividends. Doesn't mean that Dalton wasn't a shooter before he came in the league.
Right, right,
Boy
right.
can shoot. We all know that.
Mhm.
But I think getting some drills, working with a real shooter, real shooting guard like JJ, I think it's putting his confidence up, really give him a little step in his game. And I think that insertion in the starting lineup is unbelievable. I'm really looking forward to what the Lakers are going to do moving forward.
I mean, good trade pieces because now I see that the D'Lo is also six man sometimes, so we can also Lakers can use that as a trading piece for something bigger. But we'll see because right now, I just saw that the Bulls are in a fire sale right now, so they're trying to move Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball, and Nikola Vucevic from their team now. So the East right now, that Bulls team is gonna have to get some good pieces, but the other team that receives these three players is
I
gonna
would like
also flourish.
I would love him on the Lakers.
Mm,
I understand he doesn't seem like an LA guy. I
yeah.
understand he seems like a more low key, but having a nice little big man to complement AD and bang on some situations, especially when you know you got to go against that Serbian big boy.
Yep.
Well, Jokic, you know what I'm saying?
Big
Somebody
wall.
put some weight on that boy, you feel me? Because otherwise,
Yeah.
LeBron, the triple is gonna go into Les Hero against the Nuggets.
Let's hit 'em.
Because for some reason, Joker got his number. Joker,
I
like
mean,
you know what I'm saying,
Nuggets are whooping the Lakers.
like that bully that we took your lunch money when you was a kid. You
Can't
see him
do anything about it. You just lose their
now.
money. That's it. Oh man.
Here's my money, man. Please,
Yeah.
please don't take my last few dollars. I need to eat. I need to eat something. I only got peanut butter and jelly today. Come on, man.
Basically, man.
I'm like Debo out there running his pockets.
Yep. I mean, Mikey, you should be happy that Porzingis is back
Yeah.
from 5 months.
Porzingis is back in the
Yes,
lineup,
yes.
just like that. Is ahead of time, actually. He was predicted to come back in early December. Yeah,
I did not
it was
notice
early
that.
December, the initial reports, but he had a great outing in his first game back, like 16 and 6 on like 22 minutes.
Okay.
But he came in. He came in to start the game, and right from the beginning of the game, like first second possession, already taking a logo three just as like putting it
wow.
up. He missed his first and he hit a second, and it was like boom, he's back. Celtics are going to be a tough team for anyone. I think, unlike a team like the Cavaliers who have been on a really hot run, or like a team like that was really efficient last year and a great offensive team like the Indiana Pacers who are now struggling mightily this year, the Celtics are here to stay. So I think Porzingis is just we don't need him. Like the Thunder need Chet, right?
Yeah,
Like
they
we said,
do.
it's a
They
big
do.
deal that Chet's out. The Celtics are that good, which is insane to say that you don't need an all-star caliber player. But we really don't need Porzingis to win. So I'm happy. I know the rest of the NBA probably is not happy, but I'm happy.
Triple.
So.
Tell you that much. If the Lakers see the Celtics in the finals, Porzingis is definitely going to make a huge difference.
Oh
And I
yeah,
think
definitely.
Celtics are
Defensively
going back
and
to back.
offensively, both
Oh,
sides. Both sides.
most definitely. And I think
I'm biggest surprised from the cup standings right here that the Houston Rockets have actually punched their ticket to the
To the next
knockout
round?
round. Yeah,
Yeah, 3-0.
because Yeah, they've already punched their ticket, and
You're
Houston
right.
has been playing really well. Have found themselves in second place in the West. I'm not sure how long the success will last, and with it being such a competitive, conference from the 10th position all the way to first is like not even 7 games. So, but at least in group play, they should be proud of themselves. A young
Oh
Rockets
yeah.
team finally doing something with all that talent. Sorry, Kevin Porter Jr., for all the drama, but these guys are about business and have been balling. Şengün, Freddie Van Fleet knows how to win games. Jalen Green is very talented. I've been very impressed with them, and then I'm also impressed with the pick that have put through the Golden State Warriors,
They're
who've
3-0
clinched
too.
their spot now too. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they clinched their spot as well. So. I mean, I think it's a fun thing to look at. I almost feel like I'm looking at like NCAA right now, mid-season. I'm looking at NCAA. So I've been having a lot of fun with this format.
Yeah. NBA
He
Cup
was
definitely
he was
adds a
talking about some
little.
last week. You know what I mean about that $500,000. You know what I'm saying? That they're getting that check. So I know Sam was getting 500,000. He was playing for the Rockets. That boy was shooting up threes from the
Oh yeah.
logo.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying,
If I'm like a bench piece and I'm getting 500K, I'll be so happy. You know what I mean? I mean, my Kings don't look like they're gonna go anywhere. They're 0-2 right now in the NBA Cup. So damn. I mean, we got David with the Lakers, and we got Mikey. The Warriors are looking like they're gonna keep on going right now, NBA Cup wise. What is your favorite home NBA Cup design, guys? What would you guys say?
the
I gotta
Celtics,
see them.
All
the
right.
I gotta
Celtics
see
one,
them.
Celtics one was pretty good. I think yeah, we should do a little poll next and get a couple pictures. We kind of rate, let them know. But yeah, I mean, for some reason, I saw that little the dark shamrock green
Mm-hmm.
that they had. At first, I was at a Bucks game, but then I kind of saw the details of it. I said, "Oh," I said, "That's kind of pretty, little epileptic." You know what I'm saying? Thought
Yeah, a
it
little
was
bit, little bit, little bit.
but
I
yeah,
love the Celtics. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't. I thought the court. I was like, "What is this hideous court that they're doing?" I'm like, "What in the name of college basketball court is this?"
I
Looking
mean,
at some of them on my like screen right now and like seeing some of the special designs for the courts, like
Yeah.
the Celtics one in theory like kind of does look good on paper, but in real life, I felt like when I was watching the game, I was completely distracted. Like I
Ah,
felt motion sickness almost from watching the
I feel you.
the players running across it. The Bulls one looks kind of fire. This red and black one, it really does look pretty fly. So I think that
Oh, I see it too
this
right now.
it's a fun aspect of it. So whether one looks like puke or one looks like amazing, I stay continue with it.
I like that. I like that.
What about you, David? What are you feeling about the NBA Cup logos? I mean, the
Well,
the, the court
I
look
was I
designs.
was I was saying, like I said, I was saying I really like the Celtics, even though it kind of looked a little, like I said, a little epileptic, a lot going
Mm-hmm.
on. I do like the Bulls. I think that's really cool. You know who I also really like, low key, and it's his pick, the Golden State Warriors.
Let me
I
see there.
like I
Let me
like
see
the
it.
simplicity. It's nice. It's like a nice minimalistic overwhelmingness. You know what I'm saying? They did a little bit something different, but it seems like a minimalist try to do it. And it really the white was kind of cool. I really liked the Golden State Warriors for some reason, even though that's Mikey's pick. So it is what it is.
Nice. I really like the Lakers one. Not gonna lie, the purple and yellow, the purple on the outside, the yellow gradients in the inside, and I feel like they've been using the gradient kind of theme throughout the whole NBA. So the
Yeah.
color is much more like less the more you go out from the middle of the center of the court. But yeah, I really like the. Oh, I see the Warriors one. I really like the Lakers one too.
The Lakers one, the best part is the skyline. You get the palm trees and you get like the DTLA
Yep.
type buildings there in the skyline. So
Yep.
it is pretty good
I
looking.
like the stars too, the championship stars. It's pretty cool. Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
exciting. I'm excited to see where we're at with the next one.
Yeah.
What I want to hear about, Sam, and I know you're excited to talk about, is some of these MLB awards that
Oh
have
baby,
been
baby. I mean the awards were like what
awarded.
a few weeks before, but we want to talk about congratulate these athletes, you know what I'm saying? We coming in with the AL Rookie of the Year, we coming in. Luis Gil. Woo! I mean, he had Tommy John shut down the year before. Came this year with the innings limit, and he gave us 15-7 and 3.5 ERA. I mean, throughout, I think he had a whole record where he gave up like 2 or less in like consecutive starts. He had a whole thing going because he was almost the best pitcher coming in the first 2 months. And I give him a lot of credit for that. And then you got to give it to the National League Rookie of the Year. This guy's been the hot topic of MLB right now in terms of MLB cards. You know what I'm saying? Mr.
Yep.
Paul Skeens. He went 11-3, 1.96 ERA with 170 strikeouts with 133 innings. I mean, this guy, he's on a track to go like legend right now. And people are looking for his 1-of-1 right now, that MLB patch card. So, and then we're moving on to the big shooters. AL Cy Young, Tarek Skubal, Triple Crown winner. He went 18-4 with a 2.39 ERA with 228 strikeouts. Triple Crown American League for pitching wise. And then we go to the National League. Chris Sale went 18-3, 2.38 ERA, 225 strikeouts, and also he won Triple Crown in the National League. So I don't think I've ever seen a pitcher Cy Young Award with both American League and National League having triple crowns. It's been kind of crazy.
Definitely miss him on the Red Sox. Sal for sure. We had that bad boy. Let him go, and now look at him.
But it's unbelievable. Like pitchers don't do this. Like get bad and then all of a sudden are good again.
No,
like after injuries and later in their career too. Like I mean, this is legendary status. This is like Justin Verlander type status. I feel like if I'm trying to think of like who it reminds me of,
because like JV was like 40, I think, right, when he won.
Yeah. I feel like Verlander was able to find that juice to extend the career because I feel like some of these dudes are throwing so hard, or you can only throw hard for so long and like you lose your stuff.
Right.
But I mean that's incredible. I didn't realize how dominant of a year Chris Sale had.
And for the Braves, and he was looking good because what's his name? Spencer Strider. He was out for the season last year for the Braves. But imagine if he was good last season with the double 1-2 punch with Sale. And then we're going National League MVP, Mr. 50-50, Mr. Shohei Ohtani, going 310 batting average, 54 home runs, 130 RBIs, 1.036 OPS. This guy went nutty. First player ever in the MLB to hit 50-50.
Insane. I was able to see an Ohtani game. He hit a home run that game.
Ooh.
I don't know what it is about Dodgers fans nowadays. They look like real fans. People are wearing their stuff all the time. I see them just repping their Dodger blue. It's not just during the season; it's during the off season too. So I think Ohtani's really putting an influx in the game and putting a little pep in the step in the heels of the LA people. Finally happy, y'all, some baseball fans. Let's get it. I'll clap it up for y'all. Clap it up for y'all.
I mean, bro, Shohei Ohtani is so marketable. Like I recently went to St. Louis. And I went to their museum, and they've been talking about how marketable Shohei is. So whenever he goes to a visiting ballpark, like even the visiting ballpark would sell Shohei gear because he's so marketable. And he loves, and the opposing teams love to have him because of that money. That people will buy his merch.
Show me the money, baby. Show me the money.
Oh, and did you know when players get close to their milestones, like Shohei, when he was hitting like 48 home runs, when he getting close to the 50, apparently MLB creates new custom baseballs with chips inside of them to make sure that's the ball that's hit.
Wow.
I did not know about it. I learned it in the museum. I'm like, no way, that's so smart. So like people like to switch that shit apparently.
Yeah.
But MLB says no, we're gonna make sure that's the right ball. So that's a fun fact.
They chip the ball. Do they already have chipped balls in a sense?
You have to get it ready. So they around like 48 home runs, they be throwing all they use is those chip balls now.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm assuming that they only let them out to that team or whatever when it's during these heavy
Exactly. Or like when Albert Pujols was hitting his 700 home run at the St. Louis in his last year in his career, around like 698, they used the new the chip balls. So I was like, oh wow, that's a cool fact to learn.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. And then we can't forget the American League MVP, Mr. Aaron Judge. He went off 322 batting average, 58 home runs, 144 RBIs with the 1.1 OPS, guys. He kind of struggled in the World Series, but man,
I was
he did
gonna
very
say,
well. And
where's your man's at? Where's your
regular
man's
season.
at? He was winning. He was doing on the season.
He broke my
Where's
heart.
your man's at?
I had to move on. I couldn't. We lost. I had to move on. But
Like Waldo,
big congrats to these guys right here. These guys, I mean, through the season in and out, I mean, winning these awards are big milestones and big things for their careers. And I feel like we got to talk about the free agency right now. Things are rocking right now with the Soto news going on. We got 5 teams with Juan Soto. I think we got the I think it's basically the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Giants, and then one more team. But people are going crazy because his agent is Mr. Scott Boras.
And
I forgot the Mets. Big money Scott. So, like, apparently Scott likes to break records. He broke the record with Garrett Cole about the highest paid pitcher. I mean, right now we're going, if you look at the list of contracts in the MLB right now in terms of years, we have Fernando Tatis with 14 years, $340 million. Bryce Harper, 13 years, $330 million. Giancarlo get that 13, $325. I mean, we're going to see if they're going to go with the years, if they're going to go with the value, if they're going to go with what age Soto's going to be a free agent. Apparently, that's the big thing, too, in the MLB, where if you sign a big contract, is what year you're coming out from that contract. So, like, Aaron Judge is signed to, like, 38. Like, Cole signed to, like, 39. Like, some people are signed to, like, 40. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, free agency right now.
How you feel if our boy goes to the Red Sox? What's going on?
I mean, that's true.
Red Sox don't need a big name free agent right now. They just need to put together a good team. Like Juan Soto is a big name, but we sell tickets anyway. Like we're not like a team that's vying for players just because it's a big name. And he is nasty, but I would pay whatever money he's going to be offered for like Shohei Ohtani, but I wouldn't pay that money for like Juan Soto, so to say. I feel like Red Sox have big bats already.
Yeah.
You know, like for the amount of wins, like yeah, we're like hovering around like what 500. Like our record is not outstanding, but for the games that I would see, the Red Sox would win. It's because of the bats, Rafael Devers, and some of these
He's the
young
main
guys.
there. Yep.
Yeah, Duran, like some people who have good bats, and our pitching rotation. I would love for us to go after like whoever. I don't even know who the big name free agent pitchers are.
I mean, basically, in the free agent world, yesterday, breaking news: Blake Snell just signed with the Dodgers for a big contract. But speaking of the free agents, I can name you a few: Max Scherzer for Justin Verlander, Patrick Corbin, Charlie Morton, Nathan Eovaldi. Eovaldi could make a comeback to you guys.
Yes. Charlie Morton, not a bad option as well. Like that's where I would rather see the Red Sox throw the money at, to be honest. I feel like you could find a decent enough bat. But, you know, it doesn't hurt sometimes if you're in competition with, you know, sometimes the way to beat your competition, if the Yankees are the best in the division and they're trying to re-sign Juan Soto, maybe sometimes the best way to do it is to get him.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember what famously happened the year before they broke the curse when we tried to trade for Alex Rodriguez?
Oh, yes.
It was like we knew what was going to happen if we didn't get Alex Rodriguez. So we were trading like centerpieces, Nomar Garciaparra in like draft capital and stuff for Alex Rodriguez. It's like sometimes the best offense is to keep a good player away from someone else. So
yeah. I mean, right now we see Roki Sasaki right now coming fresh from Japan. Rumors go that he might go to the Dodgers, but I mean the Red Sox, that could be a great piece for you guys. Like Daisuke Matsuzaka, when he was in the Red Sox, he could be there like light too. You know, I mean, he's a great pitcher. The Sasaki guy looking like almost like Yamamoto, they say. So we'll see. He's waiting right now for his contract.
how old is he?
Roki Sasaki right now is 23. He's very young.
Oh, so he's like a real youngin.
Yeah, he's coming fresh. So he's looking for teams too. So I heard like, of course, Dodgers, the Giants, because not the Giants, the Padres. I'm sorry, because of Yu Darvish. Yu Darvish can kind of bring him in and like kind of show him the ropes. People are saying like go to the East Coast team because if you're gonna go to the Dodgers, like, of course you're gonna be with your bros. Like Yamamoto's gonna be there, Ohtani's gonna be there, but you're not gonna be the guy. Like you go to the Red Sox or something, you are the guy in the Sox. Like people will watch you. Like that's it, you know.
Wearing your jersey, not the other way around.
Exactly.
Other people-
You're not gonna be the follower of like Shohei's team. You know, you're gonna be the guy of your team. So yeah, basically we'll see that. But Blake Snell, he just signed a 5-year, $182 million contract with the Dodgers.
Baby boy, what would you do with 5 years, 100?
This guy also accepted deferred money too, so he's only getting paid $13 million a season with the Dodgers.
You know what that means? That means he's getting paid on the back end like nobody's business. The boy's gonna get paid till 2048.
The Dodgers are going to be paying like Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Shohei Ohtani, and Blake Snell, all these guys after they're gone. So let's see how. I mean, they already won one. You know,
I'm saying we win
but
1 or 2.
damn.
We win 1 or 2. I don't mind.
another
I'll pay
one, another one.
You'll be dead by then anyway. We'll pay your estate.
So we're seeing Dodgers projected starting rotation to be Yamamoto, Ohtani, Snell, Tyler Glasnow, and Tony Gosselin. And I'm like, come on now, what more do you need? You just won a championship, but there's no salary cap in sports in MLB.
Listen, war ready, war chest ready. You got to get it up, baby.
Man, oh man.
Guys, the rich get richer.
I know. They only get better.
The rich get richer.
I mean, we still got a lot more. Oh, and we got, what's his name, Mikey? We got Corbin Burns and Max Fried as well as free agents as well. So they're top free agents where a lot of teams that need these pitching slots in their team, like, you know, it's open right now. And I feel like it's going to be a domino effect. We wait for Juan to get signed, and then the what do I say? The best goes next, like the next best. Yeah, exactly.
Is Blake Snell the biggest signing so far of free agency?
Right now, yes. In terms of pitchers,
okay.
Yes. And then Tommy Edman just re-signed with the Dodgers, 5-year, $74 million contract extension, and there's deferred money included. So
they're giving
they're trying to, like, they're giving money out, but they're like, all right, we'll pay you later. Like, let's go. You know, I mean, he won the National League Championship Series with the Dodgers, so good
Mike,
for them.
how do you feel about all this deferred money? Would you want your money up front, or you trying to be like the lotto and be like, listen, man, just pay me as long as I'm alive and keep it popping?
Well, as the organization, they definitely want to do deferred money so that they can use more, allocate their current funds probably as optimally as they can. But on the sense of like long term, like Sam, you kind of had it in the tone of your voice, like, we'll see, you've won one. And it's like, it's true, because we've seen stories about these players, especially in MLB. Like, that's where I've seen it the most. I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. He was getting paid by like the Mets until he was like
Bonilla.
50.
Bonilla.
You paying someone who really did not like justify getting paid that long. Like, I think already it would be justice to say that like Ohtani and Freddie Freeman have earned, Mookie Betts have earned whatever deferred money that was given to them because of how successful, and like there's a reason why the Dodgers are probably over $1 billion their organization is worth. It's because of the sustained success. And I would say it's worth it in that sense, but in the other sense of what if every team starts like trying to like make like that's their pitch to try to get every free agent, like, I'm gonna give you more money down the line in the future. It creates a bad mindset that like it's gonna be detrimental for teams, especially that don't have all that money, who rely on it. So mixed feelings about it. Let the players get their money. Enough people are making money in this that like, if me, you, and Sam have something to talk about it, and they get to make the players make their money, owners make their money, I can't complain. I love it.
But again, you didn't answer my question. Would you take that? Same thing with you. Right back to you. Would you say, listen, give me my money right up? Would you say, I'll take the defer, you know what I'm saying? I'll do what I got?
I would do, likely how these guys are getting paid is like a signing bonus that's a certain amount. Like, I would probably take like, I wouldn't take a lump sum. Like, if I won the lottery right now, I probably wouldn't take a lump sum. Like right now, the Mega Millions, a few $100 million. I'll take whatever like the payout is, as long as I can still get one kind of like signing bonus up front. Like if it's 300 million and they say lump sum is 100, or you get 200 over deferred, but you get 5 million up front, I'd do that. As long as I don't, you know what I mean? As long as it's not just one deferred payment like that starts immediately, I'll do the deferred payment.
What about you, Sam? Where you at?
I feel like if I was a 5-star caliber player, right? Let's say I'm like in the lines of like, you know, Aaron Judge, you know, Shohei Ohtani, like, I'll do it, because like I know there's inflation, but like, I mean, if I was like the main pivotal piece of a team, I'd be like, all right, we're gonna build our team to a championship team. Like I know there's gonna be some athletes out there that want it right away. Like get that to them and then give me it later. Like I'll go deferment for show to win a ring. Anything for a ring, for an athlete.
But now that you have one with Otani, are you chasing? Hey, I want to get more rings.
Yes,
I want
dynasty. We going dynasty. Yes, sir.
Because he lost $13 million from his interpreter.
Oh
He
yeah,
didn't bat an eye.
Yep.
They said, "Oh, it's like losing $5 on the ground. Oh, it was an inconvenience." But
I mean, Shohei gets so much sponsorship money too. Like I think he got like 40 mil on the Angels. Now I hear like it's like 80 mil now in the Dodgers. So it's like he don't even need that deferment, like that money right now. He's making more than his contract from sponsorships. I mean, you see his face in the Beats logo on the freaking World Series game while he's batting. That's how much power he has in like marketing and like sponsorship. So it's like the money that Shohei's getting right now is insane. But Mikey, back to your thing. Bonnie Bonilla's gonna be paid till 2035. Till he's 72 years old, $1.193 million.
Every year
he's got getting paid.
$1 million every year till you're 75. I'm chilling, baby.
Ooh, this guy's chilling right now.
He did it the right way. I'm sure, like you said, inflation on the dollar. I'm sure this guy's like,
this guy's fine.
I patiently waited for my bag.
I earned my thing. Let's go.
Yeah. So
let's get it.
Amazing.
All right.
Oh. Is there anything left in the news today? I know there's a couple things that we could talk about outside of sports. We got some music stuff going on and things like that. I heard a new commercial with a Kendrick song in it on ESPN. And I didn't know if anybody heard it. I was a little confused.
Kendrick did drop last Friday.
Yeah, something dropped. Looks like we might have something cooking for the Super Bowl. I'm a little excited.
I mean, yeah.
The sports talk show, but I'm just saying. Talk about sports here. Super Bowl's coming up, and
it's coming up.
A headline it dropped the album.
Where's it at this year?
Do we know where the Super Bowl's gonna be?
No, they must announce it like a couple. They always announce it in advance, I believe. Let's see. Super Bowl this year will be.
Oh,
let's see.
Are we in New Orleans? We're in New Orleans.
2025, 2024?
Oh,
we're in New Orleans this year. So, you know what I'm saying? Yep. We'll see what happens.
The Dome.
Oh, nice. That's going to be cool.
Put them in the Dome. The acoustics are probably going to be nutty.
I was just about to say, yeah, the acoustics are going to be very...
Yeah. The sports have received this album actually like pretty big, like the sports world. Like I see like people referencing it on like NBA games and people putting it on ESPN. It is funny how like baked into the culture that is like when Kendrick drops. Competition too as well, coming off of like evidently a huge beef. And Drake is pretty big in sports as well. Right. Always like making his bets widely known and publicized, and his relationship with the Raptors. So it's been interesting. I love people. You love to see LeBron banging his head, bumping that Kendrick. I mean, there's nothing more fun than that for me as well. Like I've enjoyed the album. I feel like it's kind of been like a fresh take on this new Kendrick, West Coast Kendrick, a little simplified, a little minimalist, but a really like refreshing and banger sound, and it's cool. Now that I lived in LA for a few years, I can get with it.
There's a fun fact. In this new Kendrick album, this album only consists of California like creatives. So all the engineering, the producing, songwriting, everything in this album is all from Cali, LA. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's really exciting. Yeah, I was listening to ESPN. I was watching a couple stuff. Didn't even know really he dropped, and I was confused because it's been making bangers again. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since we heard that, but yeah, I was just really enthralled, and I didn't know if you guys caught it or not, just because it's been so recent. Yet I feel like everybody's running with it, so I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
Man, guys, it's been unbelievable. We're at episode 2.
Woo!
Can you believe it?
Let's go.
MSD Sports going crazy. I can't believe it. I'm just excited to be with you guys. Like, I'm just
We got plenty NBA Cup to talk. We got
have a
plenty
lot.
NFL playoff standings that we can talk. And also next week, after a break this week, next week we got some UFC. So
Ooh,
we got some
okay.
UFC coming up next
All right.
Saturday.
I like
So I'll be excited to keep us in the loop. Sam, as always, your MLB prowess and
sir.
expertise is greatly appreciated. And
Yes, sir.
David, my brother, the positive energy and intelligence is always valued. So
Always.
You know what I'm saying? I'm with my brothers, you know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
it's
sir.
always great. Hopefully my camera situation. I know the first episode, the audio and the technical visuals was messing up. This time the audio sounded great.
we'll
But I'm
get you
gonna
right.
Don't,
It's all
don't,
good.
We'll
I'm,
get you
I'm,
right.
Next
I'm
week,
a
we
hood
get
baby.
it.
You see what my bedroom look like. You feel me? I'm still a hood player. I'm trying to get it right.
Yes, sir.
I'll make sure y'all see me nice and right real soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm really grateful for the fans because without you guys, we would be nothing, and I would be nothing without my boys. So I'm very grateful for MSD Sports.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. RCR presents MSD Sports episode 2. Thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks, guys, for listening. So let's get it next week. Episode 3. Let's go.
Let's go.